Okay, in this video, we're going to be talking about the press. So as you can see, the shape that you want to maintain for this press is a 5-2-3. Now, your wingers want to be able to come inverted close to the striker, and your two central players want to step up so we can build this sort of star shape here. So if I just give you a better indication. So it's this sort of star shape here, like that. So we want to be able to have our players in this position. Why? Because we're going to be able to press accordingly with a three-man front, but also holding that midsection down at all times. So now that you've seen the star analogy, I'm just going to get rid of that. But this way, it allows us to press as a team. So now, you know, if I put a generic back four again. So put a generic back four, and how we want to press is balls here, then we send the striker up here. He looks to cover this while the two centre players look to close off the central options here, and then even the right wing who inverts. So now all of a sudden it is a high press. So it's kind of what we want opposition to do to us so we can play out from, but it's what we do back to them to win it back. But because our sole focus is on protecting this middle area, because I believe that the middle lane is the most important lane in football. If we're blocking off the middle lane and attacking them and pressing them accordingly, it's going to put them on the back foot where they're going to have to pass back to keeper or rely on a long ball out that we'll be able to aerially defend. And if not, then I'll show you what we do. But it's going to put them on the back foot. It's going to make them pressured, and we're going to force a mistake out of them to win that ball back, and then straight away you're attacking goal as quick as possible. Now, if we're here, so again, we build our star shape again, we're here, and somehow, you know, the opposition managed to, let's say, they break through this front bit, and, you know, they've broken through the middle. They've maybe got men in that are inside. Oh, sorry, I should note just before I carry on. Striker, left wing who's inverted, right wing who's inverted. Your 10, box to box. This is your deep line playmaker, your CDM. Your strongest centre back in the middle, and then your other centre back, and then obviously your wing backs. But the reason why we play the CDM, your deep line playmaker, in here is because now imagine if they break this here, what we're going to do is we're going to send these two guys up straight away to really make sure we close down this middle area and confine the pitch to that. And even we slightly get these guys to invert here. So that way we're really trying to block this middle lane out to make sure that the opposition can't break us centrally. And then if they do go wide, so again, it's if they go wide and we're in this original press, so let's say we go back here, we're in our star shape, they've now gone wide. What we want to do is, as quick as possible, is get this player to step up. So we go tight here, tight here, tight here. And then we get this player, our right back, to step up and press this. And then we have to have the shift to then control this area. So we've still got our kind of back four, obviously more three central here to block the middle lane, and then him to pick up the space that's going to be left in behind by the right back here. So that's how we're going to press out. So like I said, if they go wide, even on this side, if they go wide there, then, you know, left back here, striker here, left wing here, and then we're just pushing across like this, and then this player that are around to make your back three from this side instead. So that's how it will look on the other side as well. But let's talk if they manage to make a long ball, so our press up top is going to be ineffective. So now they've progressed down to this side of the pitch. What we want to go into, we want to go into a 5-4-1. So again, your strongest centre back in the middle, get to this 5-5-4-1 position. Okay, so the reason why we've gone for the 5-4-1 position is, again, it's this, you see this area here, it's all for the middle area, and this is closing down that middle area as much as we can to make it harder for the opposition to press us centrally, because that's the easiest route to goal. We want to force them out wide. So now let's say, just put the opposition through here. Just give me a second. And then 4 even. So what we want to do is we want to push them out wide, because then we'll look to have these players here and here to attack anything on the outer lanes. That's going to be completely dedicated to them. Because now if they can't break centrally and they decide that, right, we're going to go wide with either one of these man, straight away we're going to look to, if it's a player further back, we look to straight away press head on. So with these presses, they have to be head on presses. So what I mean by that is, what I mean by a head on press is if the ball falls here out wide, we're not sending him backwards to get him. We're getting him to get him and push onto him, and then he's going to cover this. Or sorry, not that. He's going to cover this area, or even here. Actually, he can cover this, because then if they play back to here, then we're going here, and then he's going to stay with this and allow him to step up into that. And then when he steps up into that, he's going to step up here. He's going to step up here. We've still got our 3 protecting the middle, and then we can look to start making these players invert a little bit more and make it harder for the opposition, because now we're confined them, we're pushing them back. But having those men out wide here is going to be crucial for us, because they're not going to be involved with the midsection of the play. We'll allow the opposition, if they come tight, then by all means we'll come tight as well. But the minute they want to go out wide, we have 2 men on them, just like I mentioned here, looking to press them and looking to get that ball out. And remember, if you win the ball back, especially in the middle section here, don't panic to get the ball out and forward. Obviously, if it's dangerous, very dangerous, you're winning it here, they're pressing you, kick it out, that's fine, but kick it out into space where we can look to run onto it, because you don't want to be trying to play out here and you're getting overloaded, and the next thing you know, we're losing the ball in this area here. This is when it's okay to kick out, regain our shape, get our shape back, look to push the opposition out, look to play these balls in, look to invert our players, get our wide men up and everything. But if we do win it centrally, it's not too dangerous. Yes, I still want it to be dangerous in a way, because we want to give the opposition a false sense of hope that they can win it back. But ultimately, they're not, because we're going to outplay them. That's it. So we want them to think that they are going to win it back, let them press us, and then we're looking for this, just like I said in the other video about building out from the back, those quick passes, looking to find that 10 in between the lines, playing the pivots, and getting that ball in and out. So you want to go back to that shape earlier, as I spoke, where you had your back line, your 2 pivots, and the 10 looking to come in with your wide men. But that's essentially how you want to play that out from there. And then again, it's just once you get that ball in those positions, if it's the 10 and he can turn and run, go. We need to make sure the transition it's all out attack. So he's got to go forward. He's got to either make the width here and then allow this one to come inside the line where he doesn't, or if he goes wide instead, then he needs to come inside. Striker looks at central, go up. The right wing again looks to come support the striker, allowing the right back to go out here. Your box to box looks to come in and fill that gap again between these guys here, and then your back 3 step up, allowing your deep line playmaker to come in between here and hold the central area there, because if he gets that ball, he's looking for, because if he's in this position here and you've got your men up top, let me just quickly move everyone forward just so we kind of understand this a little bit better. So if we're moving everyone forward, where's my striker? Let's put my striker here, put my 10 here, and then give them their back 4. And then they can have a 3 in the middle as well, as opposed to the 3 front. Sorry, I know it's really messy right now, but just bear with me. Because the reason why I'm saying get this deep line playmaker in is because then when he receives the ball, he can look for his players running, so he can make those passes here to find this player. If he can make this space to find the gap to find him, so he can turn and run. Or like I said, even if he finds him, if this player gets pushed there, he finds him and then he bounces it to him. Now he's got that through on goal here. So there's a lot, again, like I've said and I've stressed and I keep saying it, is each player needs to know what they're doing, where their players are moving, where the space is, because that's what it is. Find the space. The minute you start identifying that and you start working on finding the space between one another, and you can communicate it, you can build your relationships to know that, okay, he's not going to invert here, so I'm going to go wide, or he's going to go wide, I'm going to invert. It's going to be very, very easy for you, and you're going to take opposition by storm. So that's that concluded. Thank you for watching, and take care.